This is the 1000th take. We're having a hard time lining up lighting.
We're not very good with lighting.
Clearly.
Which shouldn't be the case. And in case you're wondering who this guy is, it's Ahab, bitches!
Yeah, he's
cameoing.
Co-starring in this. Co-starring.
Now, I did this on my channel, so you decided to do it too.
Stole it.
Because we steal all of our ideas.
Oh, yeah.
So might as well. I got it from the internet in general.
Yeah.
The internet, TM.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah. So, as you can see, my leg is here.
He's pretty hot.
That's pretty cool.
There's a dog.
Dog cameoing as well. So, name's Poppins.
Yep.
Don't wear it out. Anyway, we're going to get to... Now, like, my collection was in some order because I like to keep things somewhat orderly. You, on the other hand, like to live in little fiefs.
I just throw...
That's right, fiefs.
I just throw shit into a hole that I call my room and kind of sluice around in it.
We have, in our normal channel, $10 Slimer, our co-channel. Go check that out if you're not familiar with that. Have revealed that your room is literally a pumpkin patch, so there's that to take into account. But anyway, let's get into the horror collection. I'm just going to pick them off because there's really no order. They should be in some order, but they're not. Yeah. So here we go. First up is Tom Savini's version of George A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead, 1990, I think. This is, of course, the DVD version. This recently got released on Blu-ray, but for a while, this was the only way you could get it. And
it's pretty cool from what I remember.
Yeah, man.
We saw it theatrically that one time, remember?
We thought it was the
classic,
it was the original and it was the remake. But that was, I mean, cool. I mean, you know what? I'd never seen the original in the theater, so... I mean, I'm sorry, the remake in the theater, so it was a cool surprise. Because this is a pretty good remake, you know? Yeah. Except for those few times when they're obviously using dummies. And you're like, come on, man. Tom Savini directed this. You're like the master of fucking makeup effects.
Did he do he didn't do effects, huh? He just directed it?
No, he had, the normals doing this stuff like Nicotero and company. Next up is Phantasm. Now, you got 2 copies of this. I'm assuming one was mine at one point.
Probably.
And it's always good to have more than one copy of Phantasm.
So there's more coming up.
Yeah, so... this is the MGM version. MGM notoriously cut their widescreen pictures wrong. But at the time, it was the only way to get this thing, so it didn't matter, you know. So, that's cool. A little Phantasm. Here we got Phantasm 4, a.k.a. Phantasm Oblivion. One of my favorites, man, in the series. And went back to that original feel. That sauce.
It did have a kind of a weird, disorienting...
dreamlike quality.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Also gave us the first time we got to see a lot more about the roots of the body that is the tall man, because in the end he's just a body being used. Also got to point out that this severely misaligned card.
Yeah, no shit, what the hell. MGM.
You gotta love them flipper discs though. Dude. Damn, I hated flipper discs, still do.
Yeah, they suck.
And
there's like no way you can take it out without getting all smudged and shit.
Yeah, it's the worst. Here is one that Ben Affleck was the bomb in.
Dude.
Phantoms.
Dean Ray?
This is the only Dean Ray Dean Ray Koontz, in case you're like, who the hell's Dean Ray? This is the only Dean Koontz adaptation that actually works. I actually like this quite a bit.
I remember liking it. It's been a long time since I saw it, but I remember it being pretty cool. It does suffer from that 90s poster
yeah, with
syndrome.
Just heads.
Yeah.
It was from Dimension, I think, so that makes sense. Yeah. They were proliferating that head poster thing.
It's not good.
I like this movie quite a bit. I haven't seen it in a long time, so that might change. But it reminded me... It did skip over some cool villain, entity building stuff. But it pretty much got the book, relatively well on screen. Pretty cool, man.
Plus Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck was the bomb. Liev Schreiber, when he was just a weirdo.
He was my boy, though.
Hellraiser.
This is the Anchor Bay.
Of course,
one of them.
Like I said in my video, in my channel, plugging that in, Cult Classics Corner. Check it out right now. Yeah, man, Anchor Bay was the go-to to get horror stuff back then. And it's kind of sad that they're not around anymore. And sure, we got Arrow and Scream and all that stuff. But, man, really expensive.
Yeah,
Anchor Bay always managed to make it affordable.
Anchor Bay is like in that weird place where they just released Walking Dead DVDs now.
Yeah.
So that's a thing.
So I just opened the inside to show the disc card, and you got a fucking puppy in there.
Yeah, my mom cut that out and gave it to me, and I just put it in my Hellraiser. Seemed very appropriate.
That's a cool disc design though. Got the Marchand configuration on it.
Got a little puppy on it.
This was the 20th anniversary edition. And it's pretty cool. They got Hellbound, Hellraiser 2.
Yeah, dude, I got this shit at Movie Gallery back in the day when those were open. That's it.
That's the story. Another Anchor Bay release, and yes, pretty damn great sequel, worthy. Here we have this lenticular cover again from Anchor Bay, lenticular cover version of Halloween. It's kind of scuffed up, so you can't really see it.
I own the only 2 Halloween movies that I want to own, and this
Part
is
1
one
and
of
3.
them. Yes.
So there you go. That's the effect. Looking super shitty.
Oh yeah.
But I like the disc art, simple and to the point.
It's got that old like super sturdy case feel.
Yeah, not those cheapo cases. You could always expect that from Anchor Bay. And next is a double feature. Man, flipper discs!
Yeah. If I remember correctly, one side's kind of scratched too for some reason.
It's probably the Fly 2.
Probably.
Always keep that facing up.
So, I don't know why there's like a bunch of J's on it.
Yeah, it's gross. I was about to point that out.
But, yeah, dude, the Fly. Great.
The Fly Part 1 and 2, Jizz Edition. You know, this is getting a box set release soon from somebody. Kind of want that.
I think it's Scream.
This is something we discovered on a walk. Now, we used to rent movies just to see how shitty they were, and Monster Man with a monster and a monster truck on the cover just seemed like the type of movie that was going to make us laugh at how horrible it was. But it turned out to be a pretty funny movie, intentionally so.
Yeah.
Very tongue-in-cheek and, kind of lampooned hillbilly horror movies and satanic terror movies all in one. And it was really fun, man. The problem with this DVD, and I bought 2 copies of this, was that there's a part in the DVD, I guess it was a factory, flaw, where the image stutters real weird. I don't know, man. I hope they release this on Blu-ray or something.
I doubt it. It's like one of those
it's one of those hardly anybody knows about.
Yeah. I haven't seen it in a long time, so it might suck.
The Mist.
Yeah.
Frank Darabont's adaptation of Stephen King's story of the same name.
I don't have a Blu-ray of this.
I need to get a Blu-ray that's not the one that I have.
Why?
So when I get the one that I want, I'll give you the one that I have.
Why?
Because I need the Blu-ray that's literally just the movie only. I have one that's a double feature. It has 2 in 1. It has 1408 and The Mist.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, where are the features? Where's the black and white version? Here on this one.
Oh, it doesn't have the black and white?
No.
Thomas Jane is in it though.
Okay.
He's my boy.
So here it is, Thomas Jane getting drunk.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't happen in the movie, but it just happens in
real life. Yeah.
This you've never seen, but it's a quote-unquote adaptation of H.P. Lovecraft's Lurking Fear.
This was like...
It's really not.
It was like, I think $4 at Dollar General is why I got it. And I like these little not aliens, these little monsters.
They're like inbred fox.
Plus it's HP, so I had to get it.
It's not a great adaptation of Lovecraft. I haven't seen it since the 90s, but I do remember there was this one scene in it that gave me the willies. And that's about it. Jeffrey Combs is in it. It's not great, but full moon movies were never great.
True.
But they were kind of fun to watch, so there's that. Next up is one of your Halloween favorites, I think.
Dr. Satan.
House of a Thousand Corpses.
Oh, yeah. Also known as Dr. Satan.
Starring the late, great Sid Haig. And
dude.
Dr. Hayden. That's his cousin.
Dr. Hayden. He's evil, dude.
And the late, great Matthew McRory. Man, everybody's dying.
And Dwight from The Office.
Yeah.
This is my second favorite of the of the what are they called?
Rejects movies.
Firefly movies.
Firefly Clan.
Firefly flicks.
And here's your you said you only like 2 Halloween movies, and this is one of them.
Now look, I'm gonna even be a little controversial, though. I think you share this with me.
Mm-hmm.
Part 3 is my favorite.
Yeah, Part 3 is my favorite. Part 1 is the best
one. Yeah,
I mean, technically speaking, it's the best, but
Part 3
is the one I love the most.
Hell yeah. This cover sucks. Has nothing to do with the movie.
I do like 3 Halloween movies, so I got you beat on that. So there's that. Yeah. And I haven't seen the 2018 one, so I may like 4 at the end.
Yeah, you're gonna be freaking just tattooing Michael Myers' face.
Tom Atkins, by the way, is If you don't want to care about this, all I gotta say is Tom Atkins is in it.
And Stash. Does he have a stash in that one?
No.
Damn.
Here we got this pathetic Miramax set.
Again,
Jizz all over it. That's gross. This is the 6-film Hellraiser Miramax release.
Yeah.
Just has the Dimension releases, basically.
The sucky ones. Or the sucky ones.
Quote unquote, the sucky ones, yeah.
Although it does have Hellworld, so...
And then on top of that, a flipper disc. Like, come on, dude.
A flipper disc, and then they cram like 5,000 movies in the other disc.
Yeah, onto a DVD of all things.
Yeah.
Like, a Blu-ray, you can barely get away with it. On a fucking DVD? Damn, dude. What are you looking at? A pixel?
It'll be like a slideshow ass.
Here's one of my favorite sequels that doesn't get the credit it deserves. Bride of the Reanimator. Sequel to, of course, The Reanimator.
It's got Pioneer Video?
Yeah, you know Pioneer?
Damn.
Yeah, they also released a version of Texas Chainsaw Massacre back in the day. In conjunction with like 10 million other ones.
Yeah,
like
no shit.
Sharpline and Artisan.
That's weird.
But for a while, this was the only way you could get both cuts, on DVD. Now, of course, they're everywhere. But that flipper disc now. The good thing is you could just see the unrated cut. Just keep the R-rated cut facing upward.
True.
Should be okay.
I haven't seen that in forever. This I have seen somewhat recently.
And here's the
Cat Dead. Details later.
Yeah.
Here's my review.
The classic, great fucking poster art on that, of course. This was from Anchor Bay, so you got that quality going.
Yeah, this is not jizz. This is the sticker.
Oh, it's jizz, baby.
It just stayed on there. Look, it's on the spine too. Come on, man. Super glue that shit on.
Let me see what the. Oh, yeah, we got a 2-disc situation. No flipper nonsense here.
Hey, Poppins.
I love that art on the bonus features disc. Can't turn it. Don't want to turn it because I have a fear that I would scratch it.
Yes.
Next.
Oh, dude. This is my film.
It's the MGM DVD of Return of the Living Dead.
It's a glow in the dark.
Glow in the dark.
So this part glows.
So this is of course one of your favorite zombie flicks. Damn, is this full of jizz too?
Yeah, probably.
What is that? Oh, it's the actual design on the...
Oh, you thought that was jizz?
Yeah, I was like, what is that, dude?
Look,
I
do stroke it to this movie constantly, but it's not...
Trash?
No.
Oh. The zombies.
The zombies, dude. Tar, man?
So... Oh, shit.
That shit ain't tar.
This one's not really a horror movie, but it was released by Anchor Bay, I think. Nope, Universal. The Anchor Bay version was the tin version, which I should have gotten because it's like a super rare collector's item. But, it's fucking weird, so I guess we can put it in here.
Yeah.
Repo Man, starring Emilio Estevez, and Weenie Aliens.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
This was a movie. I was super young when I saw it, but I remember it being very odd.
It is a very strange movie. It's damn near impossible to categorize. Now here's
this is a movie I own.
Poltergeist, a movie that you didn't get to see until recently.
Yeah.
And you were severely disappointed by it, as was I. Upon rewatching it, I was like, this movie's not good.
Let's just say if I could get like a decent cent out of this, I would totally get rid of it.
Alas, there's a million copies of Poltergeist everywhere. And look, I'm not denying its status as a classic, but
stinky.
Yeah, this thing did not age well. And you could tell that this was originally going to be a sequel to... I can't remember if it was Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
I think it was, yes.
Right? Yeah.
There were going to be aliens.
Yeah, there were going to be... And you can tell that things were patched out and, something's just off about it. It doesn't work as well as people remember it.
Yeah.
Here's a great one. This I had to import from South America.
Oh, yeah.
Zombie.
These were fun. But I like these movies so much that you gave me this DVD even though you imported it.
It's fucking a couple of movies made indie style by some jerks. And I mean that in a loving way. And they're just, gung-ho, weird, indie gore comedies.
Yeah.
And they're great. They're just a blast. They're fun. They're hilarious. Reminds me a lot of like what Peter Jackson was doing in the early days.
There's apparently a new one either out already or coming out. But I don't know if they're involved.
Hope so, because come on, man. Yeah. And then we got the third Reanimator film apparently. A lot of people dislike this one, but I like it.
Dude, Rati?
Yeah, this shit was a fucking blast, man. People are tripping balls on hating this. I'm telling you, it's that Brian Usna thing.
Yeah,
People
they
are
hate, dude.
well, Brian Usna's not as good as Stuart Gordon. Yeah, we know this, but he's good in a different way.
It was pretty corny,
Fun.
if I remember correctly, but it was fun. Yeah.
All of them are fucking
Yeah,
corny.
Rati's in it, so that's cool.
Here we got Mick Garris's version of The Stand, one of the few Mick Garris movies that he didn't fuck up entirely.
Freaking Artisan again.
Yeah, Artisan DVD.
Flipper.
Gotta get that flipper disc action on. Shit.
So you gotta get the Blu-ray.
Yeah, Blu-ray just came out, so definitely get that. And they fixed the picture on it, which is, a must. Next, you got, this is one of the great, like body melt movies of the 80s. There's not a lot of them, but this is a weird movie, man. I mean, it's kind of, I'm loath to call it horror. It's really in the horror category just because of the effects.
Yeah, the gore and shit.
But it's a weird movie that could only have been made in the 80s. We got bums fighting each other and bazookas, and it's just a fucking weird movie. People melting because of a weird drink.
It does have some pretty cool effects, though.
Yeah, great effects. This is a fucking fun movie, man. It's something that could only... I'd put this on par with Repo Man. A Repo Man, Street Trash, double feature would be great. Here we got the Spirit Brothers, Undead.
I remember liking this.
I'm at odds with this movie. I like the bulk of it, but there's a part when it gets too stupid that I'm like, that's not cool anymore. But the main character's pretty awesome, and I wanted to see more of that guy. And it's just when the alien part comes into play and they go for like outright hammy comedy that it kind of loses me a little bit. But I still like the movie. It's pretty fucking cool. They went on to do like stuff like Daybreakers and shit like that. Them guys. I wanted to call this a horror movie in the traditional sense, but it's disturbing in what its content matter is.
I watched this somewhat recently, like a year ago, and I remember it being kind of like sucky.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it upon rewatch. I mean, like it's got some problems. Like some of the acting's horrid. Freaking Kevin Smith is atrocious in this movie.
Yeah,
terrible actor. But there is something weirdly watchable about it, even though it is kind of gross and shit.
This movie was directed by Brian O'Halloran. No, I'm sorry, not Brian O'Halloran. Starred Brian O'Halloran, right?
Yeah. It's,
yes.
I forgot his name.
Stars Brian O'Halloran, a.k.a. Dante from Clerks.
Yeah.
And, all the other movies in the Buick universe where he comes out. And he gets butt raped.
Yeah, he does.
So that's a thing. Horrifying, if anything.
Doing ass rape?
Here's the Anchor Bay, right? Yeah, Anchor Bay Zombie. Lucio Fulci Zombie. Unofficial sequel to Dawn of the Dead, which is really not. You know how them Italians did it.
Was it meant to be that?
That's how they did. Well, that's how Italy did it back in the day.
It, or what?
Italy would just say things were sequels to things to sell things, but they weren't.
Voodoo.
Yeah, that's the German poster. See, die Schreckensinsel der Zombies.
That's I gotta say, as much as I love Anchor Bay, or at least used to love Anchor Bay, this disc looks hella cheap. Or corny.
On the background, yeah.
Yeah, the background looks like a plasma ball, dude. Anyways, pretty cool.
Classic.
I like when Lucio Fulci died of cake eating.
Speaking of cakes.
Dude, I got them.
It was probably this type of cake. Here we got, speaking of zombies, there's
Zombie
a land
Land.
of them.
Yeah.
Starring my girl, Emma Stone.
I think I have 2 copies of this for some reason. But yeah, it was pretty cool.
Zombieland, of course.
10 years, dude.
Way before, the zombie craze took over the world and made everyone tired of zombies. That came out.
I'm kind of worried that the second one's going to suck my crotch off.
It might, but it's got Emma Stone, so I'm going to watch it.
True.
Here you got a horror collection from Miramax again, stuffing 5 movies into one DVD.
Stinky. Look at this too. Look at the selection of Hellraiser.
Yeah, Hellraiser got Hellseeker and Hellworld. So Hellworld sucks.
Yes.
And then you got Prophecy 1 and 2, which is the reason you got it.
Yeah, that's the only reason I got it.
And the 5th movie is some shit. Legend of Sorrow Creek.
It doesn't even freaking list it in the front. That's how shit it is.
So Dimension and Miramax farm these collections out to Mill Creek and Echo Bridge. And, yep. They stuff everything into one thing.
Basically, because I wanted to see the Prophecy, and then I forgot I bought that.
Here's another copy of Poultrygeist.
Hell yeah, dude.
So that's the thing. Wait, we haven't shown one copy of Poultrygeist.
I special ordered one from Barnes back in the day when it came out, and I believe the other one, this one we found at a Goodwill, and you found one at a Goodwill.
Yep. So this is weird.
Yeah. Look, if I see a Troma movie in the wild, I got to get it.
I don't. It has to be a Lloyd Kaufman directed.
Well, that's what I meant, dude.
Speaking of Troma, we got Tromeo and Juliet.
The only one, well, not the only one, but one of the ones I haven't seen.
It's Romeo and Juliet, Troma style. That's all you need to know. And then, of course, we got the Cox Avenger director's cut.
Is this the one James Gunn wrote?
Yeah.
James Gunn wrote this.
Not this, that.
Yeah.
And this is the one that kind of made Troma what it is today. Trash, but the good kind. Speaking of trash, this is garbage. Maximum Overdrive. It's kind of a movie you have to own because it's so bad that it's fucking hilarious at times.
Fun fact, we bought this at a convenience store, 7-Eleven. That's it. That's the fun fact.
That's where it deserves to be sold.
Yes, it does not deserve to be sold in stores.
It's a horrible movie, but it is funny, how awful it is. Now, this is not a horror movie per se, but it does have a lot of horror elements in it. And, odes to old school horror, because, Tim Burton and such.
Plus, it's pretty horrific to think that when he goes to stroke off.
Yeah, he's going to chop his wing.
Ding-a-ling.
It's also got a blonde Winona Ryder, which I don't approve of.
Oh, shit!
She needs to be, the dark-haired princess she is. P.S. Doesn't age. Probably stole her age from other people.
Shit.
I'm getting to the Blu-rays, but let me get over these here standard releases.
She's a Vive.
This is Bad Taste, the old Anchor Bay release.
Is there a Blu-ray of this?
Bad Taste and Dead Alive are getting Blu-rays supposedly sometime next year, so
never?
Hopefully get a copy of those. Man, it's really hard to light this one.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is Peter Jackson's first movie, and it is fucking wild. It's crazy. It's hilarious. It's just about everything he loves stacked into one flick about, aliens with huge asses that are harvesting our brains. Plus and he kills himself in it, so that's a thing.
Plus, it got a cool mask.
Yeah, cool.
Oven-baked mask.
Drop something, so
yeah,
that's good.
Oh, no.
Here we got Bleak Future, just not dystopian, what do they call it? Wasteland, future wasteland, apocalyptic style movie. You didn't like this movie, but I quite enjoyed it. Again, it's one of those weird indie, super cheap, everything goes into production and still not great type of movies.
I honestly don't remember it.
I remember you hated the shit out of it.
Damn.
But I quite enjoyed it. It's not for everyone. Again, if you like indie efforts where they put all their heart and soul into it, then this would be right up your alley. Speaking of alleys.
Dang, dude. This is the movie that I credit for being able to see horror.
Yeah, you used to fear the shit out of this movie because of the cover.
Look at that cover, dude.
And one day I just forced you to watch it, and you could not stop laughing.
It's one of the greatest pieces of shit ever. Yes, hilarious.
Very unintentionally hilarious fucking movie, man. This is a fucking movie.
Yes.
It's this and Dr. Butcher, MD, Medical Deviant are like my two favorite Italian laugh fests, along with Nightmare City, maybe.
I never saw Dr. Butcher, but Nightmare City is pretty great.
So those three I would count as my favorite Italian, I'm gonna bust the gut laughing movies. Next up,
it's horrible though. Don't get us wrong.
Oh, it's bad, but in the best way. City of the Living Dead from aka The Gates of Hell from Lucio Fulci
has a pretty shitty ending.
Yeah.
As in final sequence. But it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Very atmospheric.
there's an atmosphere to it, and it has a lot of flaws.
Yeah.
But
Worm Cannon.
it's definitely a step forward in Fulci's filmography. Eventually, that led to The Beyond, which of course is his masterpiece. Next, we got Creepshow 2. Now, Creepshow 2 often gets overlooked. You hate.
Case in point.
Oh yeah,
with
God, it has
Children of the Corn.
Children of the Porn. So if you want Children of the Porn, there it is. This was an old Anchor Bay release. Even they were like, gotta get Children of Corn out there somehow. So this is a movie, right? That you hate?
No, I don't hate it. Who said I hate it?
You did.
I didn't
I
hate
was like,
it.
man, this thing's cool, and then you're like, fuck that movie, bro. Sucks asshole.
I didn't hate it. I just don't like it as much as the first one.
I quite enjoyed Creepshow 2. It does have my favorite of all the stories in the Creepshow movies, and that's Chief Woodenhead. I feel that that's the one that most captures the EC feelings and ethos.
That's down to your bizarre love for Native American males.
Yes, I do have a bizarre love for Native American males. Hit me up, Tonto. This
damn it!
This is one that I had to get from the H.P. Lovecraft Society, Historical Society. Yeah. Still to this day, it's kind of the only way you can get it, although some people do sell it on Amazon. But, yeah, this was made in the style of the time, like 1920s, 30s. Silent film, black and white, using mediums of effects that could only be used at the time. And it's quite a little achievement, man. It's very fun, especially if you're a fan of Lovecraft and cinema. It's a pretty cool effort. Pretty cool, man. I quite enjoy it.
It's a pretty good huge penis Lovecraft film.
Huge phallus.
Yeah.
Here's the Anchor Bay Day of the Dead 2-disc. There's Dr. Frankenstein edition. Actually came out with a 3rd disc. I have the 3rd disc over there in my place. But there it is.
I think Day of the Dead is probably the best one.
Oh, yeah, I agree with that. I love to see Dawn of the Dead most.
Yeah, I think Dawn is more like fun and more rewatchable.
But Day is easily the best, in my opinion, as well.
Oh, Treat!
Treat Williams, you know that guy, right?
Hell yeah.
This is a kind of an overlooked little classic, man. It's very B-movie, very tongue-in-cheek. It's brought to us by Stephen Sommers, the guy that went on to, spend budgets everywhere. Yeah. Most notably with The Mummy.
He went on to make The Mummy, and then he also went on to ruin The Mummy.
Yep. Fuck. Mummy Returns. But Deep Rising is like a overlooked little fun nugget, man.
It's a treat.
It's a treat of Williams proportions. Dead Alive.
Dude.
Kind of hard to come by this Blu-ray. I mean DVD, but it's gonna get released on Blu-ray soon, hopefully.
Gotta get
this fucking thing goes for hundreds of bucks right now.
Shit! Put that shit up on sale.
Flipper disc, so that sucks. And it's interesting. Here in America, it's known as Dead Alive. Overseas, it's Brain Dead. And I've never seen the unrated cut.
This is an unrated cut?
Yes, this is a cut version, and it's incredibly gory.
Damn, dude, I didn't know that.
This is a little nugget that I discovered on a fluke. It's called Dead and Breakfast. It's a zombie comedy of sorts, and it's got a little bit of everything, including a musical sequence.
Yeah, that was weird.
It's not for everyone, of course, but we sure as hell dug it. It was the era of like Shaun of the Dead and stuff, so it was kind of in vogue. I don't know how it would age nowadays, but at the time it was a very fun movie to watch.
Drag. This is like one of the best Hag films.
As far as Hags go, yep.
Hag Me to Hell, it should be called.
It really should. Sam Raimi's Return to Horror. He's gonna come back again. It's like every 10 years he comes back, or what?
He's like Pennywise only.
Pennywise only, like Jewish.
Damn it.
So, Drag Me to Hell, man. It has hags. That's all you need to know. The Descent. This instantly became a classic too, from Neil Marshall, the guy that gave us Dog Soldiers and the recent Hellboy. The Descento, which, by the way, owes a lot to H.P. Lovecraft's Lurking Fear, by the way.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Here's this Ultimate Edition of The Evil Dead.
It was one of the 1 billion editions they released. Anchor Bay.
This is
Was this an Anchor Bay? Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty epic. Of course, this comes with a widescreen version, which of course they had to cut into a widescreen because it was shot in full frame version, and the Ladies of Evil Dead disc, plus all these cool alternate posters. Little poster there of the original cover in a book-like
I
form
used to have a tape.
that had that.
Yeah, it was cool.
So that was one of the cooler releases from Anchor Bay right around the time they became stars. And here's the Elite version of Evil Dead. I remember buying this and the Reanimator Elite and the Night of the Living Dead Elite. Elite was kind of like what Arrow is now to Scream Factory.
Like
Like the
side
Elite
one?
Like the Elite one, you know? Like, okay, we're getting these cool versions, but if you really want the definitive version, because they would pack their shit with features, as you can see, and they put in a lot of effort into those. So,
are those different features from the Anchor Bay ones?
yeah, they should be.
That's cool.
So here's one of the 1 trillion versions of Army of Darkness, Boomstick edition. They kind of went overboard with these editions.
I remember I actually have a weird memory of us going to Walmart looking for it.
Yeah.
And then we hung out in the magazines for a while, and then you went and got it, and that's my memory of it.
And the big reason is because at this point they had released the international cut, aka the director's cut, and I got several. I don't know if you still have those, but there was 2 that I had. That one had that kind of like Frazetta-esque cover, and the other one had a bag cover. You know, like a dirty, ugly bag cover.
I don't think I have those, dude.
And I just got them because they all had the alternative cuts. I really already had them, but it was at one point getting 1 million copies of Army of Darkness was cool. Now it's like I just need 1 copy.
Just stop.
That's good.
Yeah.
So here we go with a very overlooked fucking movie, Exorcist 3.
This is like a freaking
clasp holder.
Yeah, and it's broken, so it's like kind of scratched and shit. I do want to get a Blu-ray of this because it was really cool.
Yeah, this is one of those sequels that's finally getting some attention after all these years, and people are realizing, fuck, we might have overlooked this because of part 2. But this is the only sequel to The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Period. 1 and this one, that's all you need to see.
It has a cool ass old guy that isn't Tom Atkins.
Got me there.
Dude, him versus Tom Atkins. Ultimate battle.
Tom Atkins always wins, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Here we got Feast 2 and 3. You got Feast 1 also, but...
Are we almost done with the DVDs?
Yeah, these are the last 2. Here's Feast 2 and 3.
Yeah.
You do have part 1 on Blu-ray.
Yeah. This is the only way you can get these 2.
Yeah, these are only available on DVD. So, Feast 1 was a kind of subversive take on horror. Very nasty and tongue-in-cheek. And these took it to, like, the nth level. They are fucking ridiculous.
They're trash. But good trash.
Yeah, I mean, they're intended to be, and they're fucking a hoot.
Plus, midget with a massive penis.
Yeah, midget with a massive penis. I mean, that doesn't sell you on it.
The only thing I can complain somewhat in those sequels is that the creature design effect was not as good as the first one.
Yeah.
They were a little rubbery, but the movies were fun. So who cares?
So we'll stop here and go to part 2 with the Blu-rays. And in the meantime, hit like, share, subscribe, and the notification buttons because we're out.